Hi there, dear ones. I'm just in my workshop and drawing and reading the cards, the 3 cards that were drawn this morning at the opening circle. So it's been really lovely connection so far. It's been wonderful how interactive everybody's been. It's been great seeing photos and posts from everybody. Looking forward. The moon's not quite up over the mountains here yet. I'm waiting for that. But yeah, it's been a very, very lovely day. So let's light a little bit of mugwort. Here's card number 1. Reindeer. Great card for today. Wonderful card for today. So reindeer's card 1. Reindeer are one of the most ancient antlered beasts to walk upon the United Kingdom, definitely. In the Scottish timelines of history, they were one of the first beasts to walk the land here. They're very hardy and resilient and very adaptable in extreme conditions, having to deal with harsh winters and warm summers. They're very protective. The female reindeer, the only deer, excuse me, the only female deer that have antlers, and they hold them much longer than the males as well. The males lose their antlers after the rut, and the females keep them till just before the start of spring, kind of sort of February, March time, so that they can protect their babies through the winter from any predators. And so this is why they carry the Even and the Sami people. I'm always recommending the book Creation's Heartbeat, Journeying with the Reindeer Spirit. If you've not read it, then it's a really good read. And within that book, they talk of their creation myth, basically, which was a female reindeer who gave up. It took her heart out and placed it into the centre of the earth, and the earth was born, and it beats within the centre of the earth and is the drum beat and the heartbeat of the world. And I love that. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And obviously with the antlers, any deer card that comes up brings with it communication and being open and receptive to receiving communication, especially from the other realms and from our deity and chosen gods and goddesses and angels, anything like that. Visualizing antlers from your head whenever you're doing any kind of meditation work opens you up for those communications. The term, one of the sayings I love that I always think of with reindeer is find your herd, those you click with. Reindeer click when they walk. It's so that they are so herd orientated and community orientated that if there's ever a whiteout, they can still hear each other even if they can't see each other, because of this click in the tendon in their leg. And so reindeers also talk a lot about community, which is so apt for today. You know, this is a global community connection day, and so to have reindeer there is wonderful, and it brings so much love, pure love, and family and community and ancestral links. They're a very, very, if you've ever spent any time with reindeer, and some of us have been very lucky and have trekked with reindeer and things like that, and whenever you spend any time with a reindeer, they're just such deep souls. Their eyes are so deep and so gentle, yet so strong. And so I think that's such a wonderful card for today. And so to bullet point it as such, it's love, it's family, it's communication. So let's go on to card number 2. Oh, another deer. Roe deer. Feisty little creatures, roe deer. They're quite often seen. They've been here on our land a long time. And I think they always bring such a calm and composed energy with them whenever you see them, until they're cornered. They're very, very feisty. They've got those little antlers in the grand scheme of things, but boy, they know what to do with them. I think if you're a person of roe deer energy, they have hearts of gold. Hearts of gold. They're very, very loyal, very, very committed. But yeah, they don't often speak with many words, but they do. They are well versed, I think is the term, and they know when to say something when it's really important and should be really listened to when they do. Again, they bring their herd animal, so there's that connection again. If it's not necessarily that energy fits you as a person, let's say, then that energy is something that can be handy in situations. You know, not having that composure, knowing, having that information when you go into a situation, so that if you do need to defend yourself, then you're not being flighty, but you take stock of things and then approach. I like, if I ever draw roe deer in my own personal readings, I like to take the line that's in the Book of the Oracle, standing on the forest edge, listening to the drumbeat, heartbeat of the land, which is lovely, following on from what I was saying about the reindeer, wasn't it? About the heartbeat of the land. And deers always have that heartbeat, hoofbeat, drumbeat. And so I think when deer come up in readings as well, I think it's really nice to drum on the land if you have a drum. But also you can do this by laying down on the land. And actually I've just been writing about this for one of my malas, an earth mala, and tapping, especially at this time of year, tapping into the earth's energy. It's so alive at the moment. And so, you know, being able to, if you can, go out onto the land, even in the smallest way, whether it's putting your feet on the earth, but if you can, lay down and just close your eyes and listen, take deep breaths, and compose, and listen, and listen to the beat of the land. And it's so prominent at the moment. It's a great time to try this, because the land is pulsating with energy. So many flowers blossoming, so much greenage and leaf buds bursting open. So it's a really lovely time to to feel those earth energies, and you know, that ley line energy as well with the deers, both the deers, you know, all the deer cards, they tap into those earth energies. So that's your reindeer card. Let's see what the third. Excuse my voice, gosh, lots of chanting and things been going on today. Oh, chalk spiral, cool. Just talking about earth energies. And that is earth energy. Chalk spiral. It's all about the journey and the spiraling journey, and how life's never a long, straight, clear path. And even if it appears to be, it can be hilly and unstable. But this is earth energy. This is the spiral of the land. Oh, these cards are all about getting on the land. Absolutely. Twisting and turning. It also, the chalk spiral also brings about growth as well. And so if there's things that I always find at spring, you kind of sow those seeds and put things in place. And chalk spirals bring growth and fruition. A plane flying over, I do apologise. Directly over my house. And so that earth energy, any projects, any ideas, the chalk spiral is buzzing with that energy to power up those intentions and those seeds. With any trackway and pathway, or labyrinth, anything like that, which again I love to do at this time of year as well, but it also talks about kind of pilgrimages and the prospect of sacred journey. And this can mean that, you know, maybe you've heard a call deep in the marrow of your bones, in your veins. Maybe it's not even about a place, but a vocation, or that feeling you get in your gut, that fire in your belly, that you know you've got to act upon something. And that can be as much of a pilgrimage as walking on the land or going to sacred places and doing them with honour. But it's something that's been there, it's been nagging, a niggle. So kind of go with that energy at the moment. Let it grow, let it come into fruition. It's such an apt card for this time of year as well. You know, you've got the rest of the year, you've got through to summer and autumn to consider that growth and nurture into fruition. Just feel that earth energy, tap into that earth energy and fuel that fire in your belly in whatever way you need to. Yeah. Well, that is your 3 cards. Quite apt for today, really. Herd cards, antler cards, community. The energy of the earth. I hope they resonate with you. If not, sit with them further. Reindeer, good look at the reindeer. The roe deer. And the chalk spiral. Thank you for journeying with us today, everybody. Count the blessings.